Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden dangers of over-consuming highly processed foods. Beyond the obvious fattening nature of processed foods, there are numerous other adverse effects they have on health that aren't so well known, and for good reason, because it's in the best interest of the processed food companies to keep this information to themselves. These foods might be more harmful than you think. So, stick around as we uncover the top 10 most adverse health effects of eating too many processed foods. Let's start with the most obvious one: weight gain. Processed foods are often loaded with refined sugars and artificial sweeteners that can be highly addictive. These sugars stimulate the brain's reward centers, making you crave more and more. It becomes a vicious cycle of overeating, leading to excess calories and ultimately weight gain. Sugar addiction is real, and it's a major contributing factor in the rising obesity epidemic. Next up is how processed foods mess with your hunger hormones. The two key players here are ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full. Processed foods disrupt the proper function of both. High sugar and fat content can lead to leptin resistance, meaning your brain doesn't get the "I'm full" signal. This leads to overeating and constant hunger, which only worsens weight gain and makes it incredibly difficult to control your appetite. If you're finding this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more nutrition tips and healthy recipes.
Ever heard of the term empty calories? That's what processed foods are. They're calorie-dense but lack essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and fiber. The vitamins that are added to processed foods are often synthetic and far less bioavailable than those found in whole natural foods like meat, fish, and eggs. Over-consuming processed foods can lead to malnutrition, even if you're eating plenty of calories. Your body isn't getting the nutrients it needs to function properly, which can cause fatigue, poor immune function, and even affect your mental health. Processed foods are filled with artificial additives like preservatives, flavor enhancers, and colorings. Some of these chemicals can cause inflammation, allergic reactions, or disrupt your hormones. For instance, certain additives like MSG overstimulate the brain's reward system, pushing you to eat more. Over time, frequent consumption of these additives may even contribute to chronic conditions like heart disease or cancer.
One of the most serious consequences of over-consuming processed foods is insulin resistance. Processed foods, especially those high in sugar, lead to blood sugar spikes. Over time, your cells become less sensitive to insulin, the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar levels. This can lead to type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and other severe health issues. Insulin resistance also makes it harder to burn fat, which ties back to our first point, weight gain. Excess sugar in processed foods can also damage your capillaries, those tiny blood vessels responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients to your cells. Chronic high blood sugar can cause your blood vessels to become stiff and narrow, reducing circulation. This leads to problems like poor wound healing, vision issues, and even increases the risk of strokes. Your kidneys play a crucial role in filtering waste from your blood. Consuming too much sugar and salt from processed foods can put an enormous strain on your kidneys. This increases your risk of kidney disease and kidney stones. Processed foods also contain high levels of sodium, which raises blood pressure and further damages kidney function. Speaking of blood pressure, the high sodium and unhealthy fats found in processed foods significantly increase your risk of developing cardiovascular disease. These foods raise your cholesterol, contribute to atherosclerosis, the hardening of your arteries, and lead to heart attacks or strokes. Highly processed foods are one of the leading contributors to heart disease today. Processed foods weaken your immune system. How? By causing inflammation and disrupting the gut microbiome, which plays a big role in immune health. The high sugar and low nutrient content found in these foods can make you more susceptible to infections, from the common cold to more serious diseases. And lastly, over-consuming processed foods increases your risk for chronic diseases like obesity, diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and even certain cancers. These foods promote chronic inflammation in the body, which is a key factor in the development of many long-term illnesses. So, what's the takeaway? Highly processed foods might be convenient and tasty, but the long-term health effects simply aren't worth it. Cutting back on these foods and focusing on whole, natural foods is one of the best things you can do for your health. Your body and your future self will thank you for it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more health tips. Thanks for watching, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.